Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to our Castilian Spain campaign in EU4 MEIOU and Taxes 2.01 mod with me, your host, Luckymarine. And it looks like Poland has had enough of the Teutonic nonsense. Poland's has the potential to get really, really big. Form the Commonwealth early, and I don't know. Hungary, who are you allied with? Poland, wow. Aren't they the same? They've got like marriage ties or something. We did have something pop up saying that Poland and Hungary had marriage ties. Somehow. Personal union with Poland, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a scary place to be. Poland would be a good run through, I think. Might try that at some point. Anyway, we are going to go to war. We're going to go to war in this episode because we didn't in the last episode. Sorry, the mod isn't all about war, and a lot of it is dealing with unrest and the estates in your country. But it's just boring if there's no war, isn't it? So we're going to go to war with Fez. I do believe we already have claims. Portugal's desperate to come in. So we can grab this little thing here. Well, just all the coast. And done some more down here. Might even grab Fez itself for its population centre. It's quite a decent amount there. And there. So I've got 10,000 from Italy itself. All those cores are on their way. Catalonian separatist, we'll just have to deal with them when they pop, if they pop. And I'll grab you as well. What tech are you on? Tech 14 to our tech 15. In terms of military, that is. He might have realised what we were doing. Fully maintained fort with the fully maintained garrison. Anyway, declare war on you for Fez. Bring in Portugal. Confirm that. And we'll heavily restrict looting as much as we can. We want this land for ourselves, so there is absolutely no point in destroying the provinces. Where's our cannon? It's there. Let's get him involved, shall we? There we go. A tiny smidging of a difference. How many do you need? I need 10 and you had 11. Good job you didn't have a disease outbreak. Let's at least split you in half. Take you off that province. We don't need all the attrition there. We'll try snaffle this one stack. France, do you want to get involved? No, it probably doesn't have ships. It did before, though. We'll need to go to war with somebody at some point over here, just so that we can cut France down to size, just so that he wastes a load of his troops. Speaking of France, siphoned income is down to 138. Limited desire is still quite high though. Yeah, just from siphoning income. We'll allow that to take away a little bit further then. Good. Let's take out that little province there. We will not risk the stability. And you will give that... No, no. They're not willing to transfer this to us. That's odd. You cut off calls on this. No, you don't. Good. So it's not going to flip back. It's not going to flip to... Oh, France is here. It's not going to flip to Portugal. Good. Let's make sure that we definitely snaffle this coast for ourselves then. Last thing we need is for Portugal to be taking these provinces and wanting them for themselves. How many do you need there? Right. You split. And away you go. They've even taken this tiny province. Which is a shame. Decent population here. I wanted it for ourselves. We'll just have to make do with Fez. That 19 pop is very nice. Unless Portugal wants to take it back. We must have had a horrific disease outbreak somewhere. Where are you going? On the siege of Jabala. Right, you jump on here. No. You stay in the mountains. You join them in the mountains. And from here, we'll probably attack the 7 stack. Where are you going? Well, we're going to have to deal with this. What do you have? A 1-3. Let's put somebody in charge at least. Greater nobles. Let's demand a general of merit. That's alright. Oh, go squish. This guy. Ruthless, nice. You take those back. Now we'll see where this guy goes. The storm of 1450. A storm has ravaged our provinces, leading to huge floods laying waste to our provinces close to the coast. So, storm damage costs money to get rid of. It'll pop up here at some point. Something to do with storm damage. What do you want from this? I want all of your coast. Are you not willing to do that? You would be if we had that. So all that and Fez. They would be willing if we took this fort, which is going to drop. And we still have space for about 33 more war score. What's the pop here? 8, 5. Right. It'll be all that plus one of those, or both of those provinces. What are you sieging here? Oh. Well done, France. I think I'll just sit here, let France do the sieging. Yeah, he's coming to help us out. Cool. Go on. Alright. So I'd be well up for that. Which one more do we want? 10, 8 pop, 5 pop. I think we go for the 10 pop. That will do. Although, I would like war reps. And money. What, less money and... no. Okay, fine. We'll just nibble you in little pieces. Revoke a call? Can we squeeze in a little 4% out of you? We can. What about 8%? No. Can do another 5%. There we go. Yeah, they don't matter. None of them do. Send that demand. Cool. Tends to treasury. That is us done. We have the entirety of this coast here. There are lots of tiny little provinces that we just didn't have access to. And we've taken Fez with its 19 pop. Had not a lot of unrest actually. If we immediately dispatch runners, we might be able to start coring that relatively quickly. And we'll grab admin. We won't. Grab Diplotech. And bring you down. For the time being. Take you out of the forces to try and protect you. Preserve you for long-term... no. Foi, go away. For long-term use. And I think we can put down our forts. What national decisions do we have? What does this give us? Just outright 50 stability points. Alright. We'll keep that in mind if we ever go into the negative. Grab you as a call straight away. Stability increase level. Tolerance of heretics goes down. We don't have heretics, we have heathens. The Muslims are classed as heathens, not heretics. Or 5 prestige. I think I'll go for this one. Religious unity is starting to tank though. Right, build spy network on you. Bring you back. No, we won't. We will fabricate. Use that spy network. Get that fabrication. Oh, I don't want to crush them. Not really. And Aragon. What is left of Aragon? Breaking of truce. Build spy network. And get you out of the game. As soon as we can. Green sleeves again. Love it. Who sat on top of our face? Oh, France. Go away, I don't like you. I was getting on his own little ships and sailing home. Love it. Dispute succession, nowhere where we're going to pick up another vassal. Good. Might as well take this. We can't core anything just yet, we might as well take it. Gives us 1 extra state. What do we want? Lower Guadalquivir. Kind of makes sense. But the next one down, it's an extra 2 states. That's an extra 2 states that we can give to our estate. Might go for Estremuria. Although you are in a really good position in terms of trade. It will probably all go to the burghers as well. Go on then. Yep, go on then. That have an immediate impact. 8.5 and 19.8. Yeah. Oh, no, this is just Fez taking out alone. Good. Nice, a little bit more loyalty. Alright, a little bit extra. And this will have all gone to the burghers, I'm assuming. Lesser nobles? Ooh. Burghers, burghers, lesser nobles. That surprises me. Had I thought that the urban population would be enough there for that to go to the burghers. Okay. Next fight. Next fight, I think, has to be over here. It has to. We have to get France involved in something. I won't mind if Burgundy insulted us or something like that. What do we have a CB on? Who do we have a CB on? Where we can arbitrarily get France involved. We have a humiliate rival CB against Hungary. Can we pick another rival? Can that rival be someone like Burgundy? Cannot. Can be England though. Right, you come back briefly from France. Let's issue an embargo on England. Issue an embargo on Hungary. I don't know why I'd not done it before. And get you to work. Sienna, who are you fighting? Lucca. In the what? Attacking Lucca in the Ferrarese conquest. Ferrara. Ferrara's fighting Lucca. Burgundy, Lucca, Milan, that would be ideal actually. If we can fabricate on Genoa, take bits of Genoa and activate a war where Milan comes in and Burgundy comes in. Might even feed a little bit of, oh no, Burgundy's a little bit too big. Feeding a little bit of France to Burgundy. Just try to cut them down to size a little bit. Yeah, that relative power's only going to swing one way. As he starts to gobble up, as he gets more centralised and starts gobbling up his vassals, that relative power's going to go through the roof. We need to be either expanding the other way, either into the mega rich Italian city-states, into North Africa, just expanding over here. Although expansion over here gets flipped to colonial nation, so it's not really expansion, is it? Maybe grab Brittany and use Brittany as a jumping block over to England. We'll see. Got a whistly nose. Fezzian separatists are, wow, yeah, they're gonna fire soon. Catalonian separatists, maybe. Hopefully everything can keep quite low in terms of unrest so that we can get some of this. Called Argel. Where the hell is Argel? 15 population there. Was it? Wow. Good work. No. Choose Aragon has expired. Excellent. Just in time for us to kick the poo out of them. Our Fezzian separatists are not far away, so let's increase our maintenance. And let's also build an art institution, I think, in Toledo. Now, with your art institutions, art corporations even, they kind of talk to each other, and it's about the spread of institutions. So if you have an art corporation, it will speak to other art corporations in its regional group. So if you've got an art corporation over here, and it's got the next institution, and you've got an art corporation in your capital, they'll speak to each other, and they will jump the spread of the institution from here directly to your capital or wherever it's built. If it's a civil art academy, I think that's Europe-wide. I think this is continent-wide, and that's the Opera House is worldwide. So if we had an Opera House in our capital, and say, I don't know, India, say Jean-Pierre had an Opera House as well, and they got casual literacy. Maybe, probably not. It's probably not gonna pop there. But if it did, imagine if it did, then the Opera House here would talk all the way across to our Opera House, and it would start spreading from our Opera House. Although no, apparently that's how it works. I don't know. I don't quote me on that. That is what I'm led to believe. So we might have to wait a little bit and grab this into later. Maybe. England, will you just stop? Fezzian separatists, it's just going to be everywhere in Fez, isn't it? We'll turn the fort on in Fez. And the fort on, what is this? Food shortage, uh-oh. That's not so good. Yeah, we're starting to lose population from here. How far does this food shortage go? Food shortage here as well. I have to keep an eye on that. If it turns into a famine, it's going to be bad times. Not good. Catalonian separatists, where are you going to kick? Menorca. Why Menorca? What is wrong with you? Centralization, it being a city, separatism is still quite high. Very poor communication. Have we not called you yet? Yes. Very poor communication. Might have to start investing in roads then. So many things to do. Such little time. You have a road. You have a road. You have a road. You have a road. So you can get to here. You don't. You don't. None of the islands have roads. But then where would they go to? There's little point in having roads on an island, is there? You don't have a road. So what's the difference here between quick communication and someone who has a road? Rapid communication brings down the local unrest. About Girona. What about the problem province up here? You have a road, but it's average communication. Alright. The more you upgrade your roads, the quicker communication is throughout your whole empire. The more the autonomy comes down, and the better or the more the unrest. The less the unrest. There we go. We'll wait for the tech. Don't want to be falling behind on tech. Not will tech. Can we focus military yet? We cannot. Do we have an advisor? National Unrest advisor. Let's invest in you and kick you. Fully maintained forts adds to national unrest in this window. Cool. Let's not lose the stability, let's just lose the ducats and a little bit of corruption. England, will you stop with your shit? Effects of the Pragmatic Sanction. Pragmatic Sanction solemnly rendered by Charles VI on the 19th of April 17... We're quite far away from that. 1713 established the indivisibility of the Habsburg patrimony and ruled the order of succession by order of firstborn child even to a woman. This made Maria Theresa, born in 1717, the heir of the empire. Pragmatic sanction was recognized by Spain in 1725, confirmed in 1731, Russia in 1726, Prussia in 1728, the United Provinces in 1731, Hanover in 1732, the Holy Roman Empire except Bavaria in 1732, and France in 1738. Bavarian refusal would lead to the War of the Austrian Succession. Now, historically, I think it was Charles V was heir to the Habsburg dynasty. He was also heir to a dynasty that had Naples and this stuff up. He ended up with a lot of land. He was the dude of Spain. He was also the dude of the Netherlands. He was the dude of the of Italy. He was also the dude of Austria because he inherited the Habsburg dynasty. He was then, by virtue of the only other candidate to the Holy Roman Empire being French, I believe, the electors chose him to be the Holy Roman Emperor as well. Plus, at that point, it was mid 15, it'd be in the 1520s, 1530s. He died in 1558. So between the point where he was born, 1500, and 1558. So Spain had huge colonies over here that were shipping gold back. So it was mega rich. And he had Italy, and he had the Netherlands, and he had Austria, and he had... It was pretty much the very first global empire, if you include the Americas, the American provinces that he had. Huge. I was reading up on it yesterday. I do like to read up on the history of the country that I'm playing as, and mega impressed. I mean, he was a little bit inbred. He had the whole old Habsburg chin, but you know, if you want to have inheritances like that, then you have to inbreed a little bit. You know, keep it in the family or families. Pro-Habsburg, plus 50 stability points. Austria, opinion of Spain changed by plus 50. Neutral, chance of losing stability. You can ram that up your arse. Or anti-Habsburg. Let's go pro-Habsburg, because we are... Or Charles was. His dad. No, it wasn't his dad. Charles V didn't have a child called Charles. He ended up Charles V. He ended up abdicating due to an attack, quite a bad attack of gout. Abdicated various thrones to children, and ended up living in a monastery for a few years before his death. Pretty cool. Anyway, we'll go pro-Habsburg. And onwards. And not onwards. Actually, that is the end of this episode on that little rambly anecdote. Well worth a little look into the wiki, that one. About Charles V and his amazing rise to power via inheritances all across Europe. And him fighting the Ottomans and having to deal with the Protestant princes of the HRE. Mega interesting. Anyway, I've been Luckymarine. As always, you have been holy moly a 4621 Aragon, wherever you pulled that out of. Also, the Trastevere thing where they ended up with a 3-star general and all of our forts were taken. Apparently, they get an event where France lends them troops and a general, a really good general. And I don't know if it got mixed up in that event chain with them where suddenly we had forts taken. I don't know. Anyway, I've been Luckymarine. As always, you lot have been amazing yet again. Join me next time for more with Spain. We have kind of slowed down a little bit from expansion, but we're just trying to stabilize our realm. I did think it was going to be difficult taking things in Northern Africa, especially without the missionary strength to deal with them. But we'll get there. We'll get there. What kind of... what are we looking at? Minus 19% there. Oh, it doesn't sort the percentages out. Yeah. That's a lot of percentages. Local autonomy, non-accepted culture, unrest is driving it up as well. Religious unity. Yeah, we're probably going to have to do a religious idea at some point. However, went with the naval idea just so that we can go from naval to exploration, so we can send somebody out. We can start exploring the world. We can start getting first dibs on the bits of the world that are going to be of paramount importance. So there's the Caribbean, the Gold Coast, the Ivory Coast even. Gold Coast, Ivory Coast, that kind of area down here. The Caribbean, maybe getting to Brazil just before Portugal manages it. Can I see what ideas you've taken? Trade ideas, naval ideas, state religion ideas. So he's already fully naval ideas up, but he hasn't taken yet the exploration. I wonder what they start with then. Because we were lumped with aristocratic ideas straight off the bat. Which I wouldn't have picked it first. I don't think I'd have picked it at all. Portugal must start with trade ideas, maybe? Maybe even naval? That's a good starting point. Trade ideas are really, really strong. But we couldn't take them because we'd already taken a Diplo idea. We couldn't take two back to back. But yeah, trade ideas are mega, mega strong. Trade efficiency plus 10%, mega strong. Global trade power plus 10%, again, strong. Ship trade power propagation makes every ship that you have just that bit better at diverting trade around, and our trade range goes up. An extra merchant, an extra 2 merchants, an extra 3 merchants. Provincial trade power modifier, global trade power modifiers. Yeah, brilliant. And I think you'd lead on to free trade and mercantilism and merchant marine. But then so does naval, so we'll be picking up trade at some point anyway, I believe. So many ideas, so little time. Anyway, till next time, do take care.